Hey there everybody, it is Big Dave, and today I'm working on a PS3, as you can see right here. I got this system off of eBay. It was listed as untested. There's a lot of systems like that on eBay. Sometimes they actually are untested. Sometimes people say they're untested just to get rid of them, but when actually they know they're totally broken. So hopefully this one is not unfixable, but we will see in just a second. Overall, it's in pretty good cosmetic condition. It is a little dirty, but other than that, no big deal. So first things first, let's test it and see if it works at all. Okay, so after plugging it in, we do have a red standby light on down here. You can't even really see it. Oh, there you go. You can see it there. So we are at least getting power into the system. That's a good sign. Let's try turning it on and see what happens. Whoa. Okay, I think the microphone's picking up that clicking. Okay, so we do have a green light, so it is trying to come on at least, but that clicking, it's gotta be one of the drives. It could be the hard drive. The hard drive has failed, or it could be the disk drive clicking. Not sure which. I've actually never worked on a PS3 with clicking sounds before, so this will be interesting. Alright then, let's see. Oh, also, it's not putting out any video, so if I had video to show, I would have popped it up in a window over here, but it is not outputting any video at all, at least on the HDMI. Now, I should check it on the AV out, so I'll do that real quick. Okay, so I've got one of the older Sony AV cords that worked on PS1 and PS2, and there's a port for it on the PS3 as well. So I'm going to try that. It is possible, I guess, that maybe it was set up by the previous owner to only output in HDMI, or rather, it was not set to output to HDMI, and it was only set to output to AV. It's possible. I don't think that's the case, but we'll see. We are still getting a red power light, so that's something at least. Let's turn it on and see what happens. You got our clicking. Okay, so there we go. This is what I've got on the screen right now. So it's outputting at 720p. And I don't know if it does that when it doesn't have a working hard drive or can't detect the hard drive. I think I've got what is a hard drive error right here. Cannot start. The appropriate system storage was not found. To me, that means hard drive. So it may indicate that clicking sound is indeed our hard drive failing. So the fact that it's outputting any video at all is a good sign. It's clearly taking power. It is clearly trying to get things going. You just can't. So the next step is to take it apart and see what we can do about it. Okay, so we got it open here. It doesn't look particularly bad. It is a little dusty. There's dust in the fan, of course, and up here around the vents. But honestly, it seems pretty okay considering how old this system is. So let's go ahead, go a little bit further. I'm going to take the fan out, clean out this area, back here as well, and just make sure everything looks good. Okay, so I'm just going to be replacing the original 160 gigabyte drive with this 320 gigabyte drive. I would do something bigger, but that's the biggest hard drive I have on hand today, so that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so we've got the new hard drive in there. I got it all plugged in and ready to go. Let's see what we get. Alright, so we have to format the drive because it's a new drive, and then it should install the software onto it. So let's get that started. So while I was doing the software modding, my capture card kind of crapped out on me for whatever reason, so I didn't have any way to capture the modding process, but it's all just downloading software and updating files. It's really not anything interesting. If you're interested in the process of firmware modding PS3s, I recommend Mr. Mario's channel. Go check him out. But anyway, I just wanted to use my camera here so you can see that I've got this firmware modded now. We've got our package manager. I've thrown a couple games on here, and then we have some homebrew, and of course whoever ends up with this console can put whatever games and homebrew on there that they want. It's totally customizable. So now that we have the software side taken care of, it's time to turn our attention to the hardware mods. I'm going to be doing some light mods. I'm going to put a window right here above the cooling fan and put a vent or like a grill there, and then put lights inside there so it kind of glows out. I'm going to put some lights in the vents under where the controllers go in, and just kind of give it a blue glow. Alright, so real quick, I'll just explain what all of that was. So basically, I have spliced into the power supply going to the fan. That's a 12-volt power supply. And I've split off of that. I've got one going down into the fan well area, and I'm going to have a light around this lip right here. And then I've got another one coming out here, and I'm going to run it this way. We're going to have lights up front on the side vent here. It's going to go back here, have a light in the back side vent, and then run across over to here for the final vent light. So we're going to have lights all around the fan, front vents and side vents. So all of that prep work was just to get this lighting rig ready to go. Alright, so I'm just going to turn it on and we can test our lights real quick. There we go. Hold on. There it is. So, first of all, we got our lights down inside the fan. That looks good. We got our big strip here. This is what we're going to put down here for the front and side vents. That's going to run back to the smaller one for the back vent, and then finally over to this one for the other back vent. So all of our wiring is done and it works, so that's great. Now we just need to see what it looks like with the top shell on. I did already cut a circular window in there. I haven't put on the grill or anything, but let's pop it on and make sure we're getting a good glow out of this fan light. I don't want it to be overpowered by the lights around it. Okay, that looks nice. I like that. So once the cover's on like this, it blocks out a lot of this extra light and really only lets it come out of the vents and the ports around here so that this window here just kind of highlights the fan light, which is what I want. And then of course we got a little bit of blue right here on this bar, which is also cool. Oh, and I just realized I forgot to change the power light. The regular power light is green, and I want to swap that over to blue as well. Okay, so here is the finished system. We got our grill over the fan. I like those grills. We got the modded lights in here. We have the modded firmware ready for homebrew or whatever. So let's turn the lights out and get a better look at the glow. Fan, of course. The power light I did swap out. I didn't do it on camera, but obviously I did. That power strip there, I like that, the blue strip. We got the underglow, we got the side vents, and the fan. I think the fan looks really good with the light from inside. It makes it look pretty neat. If you want to see any of my modded consoles, controllers, or other video game hardware, you can find a link to my Etsy store in the information below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.